Taking a look outside right now, pretty hazy over the beautiful city of Atlanta there. If you're looking outside and you're wondering, where's the rain? Just a few people saw pockets of showers. I saw a little lightning yesterday, but we're waiting for some more meaningful rainfall. Georgia is experiencing a rainfall deficit this month. Here to explain more is Dylan Lusk, a meteorologist with the National Weather Service in Peachtree City. Welcome. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having us.
Oh, I'm so glad you have the time here. How much below normal is Georgia's rainfall when we're looking at September so far?
Yeah, so at least over the past 30 days, we've seen kind of an expansion of the drought across the area. Right now, if we look at, for instance, the Atlanta airport, over the past 30 days, we're about 13% of what our normal average rainfall would be. So to give you some actual numbers, that's like half an inch of rainfall that we've seen in the past 30 days versus what would normally be about 4 inches. So we're definitely lagging a little bit behind in terms of what we would normally see across the metro.
Yeah, we've got some ground to make up. What weather patterns are driving the rainfall deficit, do you think?
Um, we've definitely seen things be just in general. We've had a lot of kind of drier air that's been in across the area.
Yeah.
And so that has prevented those like typical afternoon type thunderstorms that we actually finally started to see a little bit over the past couple of days try and make a little bit of a return. Well, we've definitely been in a pattern where things are a little bit drier. And as a result, we're just not seeing the typical rainfall. That being said, also during the fall, or at least as we move into fall, it is typical for us to start to kind of dry out a little bit, and we actually become pretty reliant for seeing like more significant rainfall on things like tropical systems or tropical waves and things like that, pushing that rainfall into the area. And so thankfully we haven't seen anything like that, but the downside is we're not seeing the rain that we would see otherwise.
Yeah, it's like the pro and con list, right? I don't miss the humidity, but we do need moisture.
Right.
So how close is Georgia to officially being in a drought?
So we've got actually a little sliver as of today. We've got a little bit of a little sliver of the western side of the metro that is officially in a drought. So we do have portions of Georgia that are officially in drought as of today. This is actually the first time that we've seen drought since the fall of 2023 and a little bit of the beginning of 2024. So it's been a little while.
Yeah.
We're going to have to keep monitoring that, and hopefully we will see a return of some rainfall here over the next couple of days going into the end of next week per se. But if we continue to stay this dry, we can see here in the southeast we're susceptible to what we call flash drought, which is basically a drought that very rapidly tends to develop that's mainly based out of like our vegetation and things like that. So think of trees and the crops and things like that. And so these flash droughts can actually have pretty substantial economic impacts across the area.
Yeah, agriculture is a key for the state economy. As you were talking just before you said that, I was thinking about our ranchers and our farmers out there and the implications for them. How does this stretch of dry weather increase the risk of wildfires heading into the fall burn season?
Yeah, so as I was kind of saying with the flash drought, that tends to affect our vegetation the most. And as we start to lose water from the vegetation, that stuff dries out. Those forests and things across the area and those open fields, that grass, all that stuff, it starts to pretty rapidly dry out as well. And so that increases our wildfire risk as we go into the fall season, which typically tends to be, as I kind of stated before, one of our drier seasons to begin with. So if we're even drier than we would normally be, those kind of fire conditions can definitely increase.
All right. Dylan Lusk, thank you for the insight, and we will all be hoping for a little rain for relief.
Yeah, thank
All
you.
right. Thanks so much.